Hey, 10 signs you may have a hormone imbalance and what to do about it. If you don't already know me, I'm Jackie Grant, your healthy hormone lifestyle advocate and founder of We Grant Fitness and Health. And you are going to find on this channel all about hormones, nutrition, recipes, product reviews, just whatever I find about balancing your hormones, especially if it's to do with losing weight. So, 10 signs you may have a hormonal imbalance and what to do about it. Now, hormones are chemical messages and govern every cellular action in the body. It might surprise you to learn that our sex hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, while important, are not essential for survival. They're required for more the beauty capacity, keeping our skin, nails looking great, and they are responsible for that whole sex and fertility business. On the other hand, stress hormones like cortisol are absolutely critical for survival because they help regulate heartbeat, blood pressure, shuttle glucose into our cells, essentially feeding our brain, among other life sustaining functions. These hormones are so crucial. In fact, that in terms of chronic stress, hormones of stress, cortisol, will be made at the expense of the sex hormones. So, no wonder when we're starting to feel out of whack at certain times of life. So, what happens when hormones stop playing nice? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the 10 most commonly experienced signs and symptoms that are red flags that you may have a hormone imbalance. So, what happens when your hormones stop playing well together? We can often experience a ripple effect even when there's a slight hiccup in hormone function. So, also due to the fact that interconnection nature of your endocrine system, one hormone imbalance can lead to additional one, causing multiple symptoms and overlapping health issues. So, the 10 most common signs that you probably have a hormone imbalance are poor sleep, so not being able to fall asleep or stay asleep, fatigue that's not alleviated by sleep, night sweats and hot flashes definitely comes about when you're getting into the perimenopause, menopause stages of life, resistant excess weight and body fat, especially around the body. So what that means is you find it difficult to shift the weight, body weight, body fat around the belly, or resistance to shifting um, weight. But all that is potentially possible if you feel that that is something that's going on for you. That is definitely something that you can potentially start to shift again. You just need to change some habits. Okay, low libido or sexual dysfunction. That can definitely happen. Some people tend to have maybe vaginal dryness. They may not feel like they, actually want to have sex. So, all these kind of things kind of start to happen. So, there's solutions to that as well. Maca is a brilliant solution that I've found really works with a lot of my clients. But also making sure if you don't use it, you lose it, guys. So, making sure that you um, bring yourself into some masturbation and using that area so that it continues to enjoy that sensual thing that we all love. The next one is acne or some other skin issues. A lot of people tend to find that they might have a real big acne over their faces, coming all over. Even sometimes finding it in the back and different parts of their body, and they just can't seem to get rid of it. PMS symptoms. So might be feeling much more PMS symptoms before your period, that, maybe feeling teary, maybe feeling bloated, everyone has different signs and symptoms, maybe having cravings, different things happen for different people. Foggy brain fog, difficulty concentrating, that's definite one. And that can happen in perimenopause, menopause as well, in terms of brain fog, just forgetting where you put your keys, wandering around the house, that you've forgotten things in certain different places around the house. What did you actually go upstairs for? Have you ever found the time that that happens to you? Mental health issues, so depression, anxiety in particular. So, anxiety, I've found that, over the last few years of having quite severe anxiety, especially when it comes to driving, driving over flyovers has been pretty difficult. Even driving to places that I've driven before, and just really finding that so difficult. My brain just goes in overload, and I start to panic. So actually getting some panic taps, particularly around that. And then mood changes like irritability or anger, just finding that your mood actually changes pretty quickly and you can't seem to get yourself out of it, and I had this with a number of clients who have, expressed to me how difficult it can be for them when they just feel so irritable that they just don't even want their partner around, and that, but then once they've kind of got rid of them because they've got angry with them, that they just felt alone and then teary and, you know down and low. So different things can happen for different people. So what are the main causes of hormone imbalance? While many of the causes, there might be ones that you might identify, but these are the most common. I'm not going to identify all of them because we could be here a while. So age and stages of life. So like I talked about, your age, if you're moving into, so perimenopause can start from as early as 35, going through up to 10, 15 years. Chronic stress. So that means like going into fight flight on a regular basis. So this is when your blood sugar levels are going up and you just feel overly stressed about certain situations. But you're constantly stressed on a day-to-day basis, not just at one significant incident. It's a thing that goes on days after days, chronic stress. Medication, the pill has been known to cause um, hormone imbalances. So, there's certain pills that are better than others, and you just need to speak to your doctor about that because some of them can actually impact on you. Toxins and endocrine disruptors like estrogens. Uh, I've talked about this in one of my other videos. I didn't go deep into what estrogens are. Maybe that's one for another time. But toxins and endocrine disruptors. So, in terms of that, your shampoos, anything you put on your skin, anything that you use, like washing powder, washing up liquid, all your cleaning products, your makeups, anything that you put on your skin, because your skin is very porous. It's the biggest organ that you have. And, unfortunately, as it's porous, things go into it so easily. So your plastics, your deodorants, all those things are things, and the fumes from outside, you know, plastics that you put your food in. So make sure that you get BPA free as much as possible. Even the water bottle that you drink from, try not to actually have um, a water bottle that actually has chemicals inside it, because the water bottle that you get from the shop, it's been heated up and then cooled down, heated up, cooled down over a number of times. And this can totally impact on you, because then that seeps into the water and then you end up drinking it. Okay, so poor nutrition and lack of adequate key nutrients. So poor nutrition, obviously, it's eating a lot of processed foods, eating fried foods. Well, not particularly fried foods, but like takeaway foods on a regular basis, and not actually getting adequate nutrients in the body. So, for instance, making sure that you're eating as much whole plant-based foods, green leafy foods. The recommendation is to try and get 30 different, um, different green leafy, 30 different vegetables throughout your week. Yeah. I know it is a bit of a test, but it actually, what you want is to be any excess estrogen that's in the body, you want that to be clearing out. So it can clear out so much more easier if you have, um, if you're having as much fiber. So, um, blood sugar regulation problems. So, blood sugar dysregulation that can impact on hormone imbalance. So, for instance, mainly it's people that have PCOS can have a blood sugar dysregulation. Someone has diabetes, has blood sugar dysregulation. This can impact on you. So it's about trying to balance your blood sugar levels, making sure that you're not on a sugar roller coaster throughout the day, and that can really help in terms of hormone balance. Disrupted circadian rhythms, so that's your sleep patterns, making sure that you have a good sleep hygiene. So making sure that you sleep on a regular basis, um, at least 7 to 9 hours, making sure that you actually go to the same bed the same time, maybe making sure that you have a power down hour. So 1 hour before you're meant to go to bed is that you start to, turn the lights down, get ready, get prepared, get your body ready and prepared for sleep is definitely a one that you should be doing. Chronic inflammations, leaky gut, and digestive um, system inflammation. So, chronic inflammation, and this can come from loads of different things. You can get that from food, you can get that from drinking alcohol, and you can get that from not actually eating enough green leafy stuff to actually balance out your pH levels so that you can get yourself inflammation reduction. So, yeah, completely trying to get that inflammation down as much as possible, reducing the amount of sugar that you have, and like I said, alcohol. So, some simple ways, like I said, I was going to tell you simple ways to support and rebalance your hormones naturally. The first one is to eat whole foods. I've kind of told you some of them in processed packaged foods offering little or no nutritional value will also um, offer no fuel for your hormones. So be sure to eat fresh um, food, including plenty of vegetables, fruits, high quality sources of eggs, free range, grass fed meats, eggs. Also, if tolerated, nuts, seeds, and legumes in moderation. Grains and dairy may cause hormonal problems for some people, for others, they're fine. Eat more good fats. So, good fats are essentially for hormone health because sex hormones need the fat as a building block, and your body will only use the ones you give it. Okay. Opt for sources of good fats from whole foods such as avocados, nuts, seeds, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, real butter or ghee, grass fed preferably, wild caught salmon, free range eggs. Yes, you can eat the yolks, guys. I know sometimes people say this. Exercising daily is another thing. Working out on a regular basis, engaging in some resistance or strength training is really good for hormone imbalance, incorporating specific workouts like HIIT. And when I say HIIT, I don't mean that you have to do like 45, 50 minutes like some of the videos that you might see. You can do a 30-minute HIIT workout. You can do a 15, 20-minute HIIT workout. You do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that it's for ages, really. And HIIT has been proven to especially beneficial for keeping our bodies and our hormones fit. Okay. Better sleep, like I've kind of said to you before, trying to make sure that you're not waking up throughout the night. So getting more deeper, more restorative sleep can be, the key to supporting your hormones. Um, and just making sure that you're keeping yourself um, getting good sleep, really. Stress management and self-care. The truth is stress can be devastating in hormone health, and especially if you are trying to lose weight, it will completely impact on your weight loss. Yeah, so you need to equip yourself with stress for everyday life, making sure that you bring actions in that will bring you back to balance, well-being to your body and your mind, and good nutrition, sleep, exercise are ones. So learn how to have better coping mechanisms like breathing techniques, practice mindfulness, and be sure to engage in some daily self-care. It's really important to, try and get as much of these into your life so that you feel better and you start to balance your hormones. Yeah. So, a really good breathing one is the 557 breath. And I know loads of people have different ones. So, there's the 444, someone told me the other day. So try the chart 557. It's like you do 10 rounds of each. So it's five, breathe in for 5, hold for 5, and breathe out for 7. And just do 10 rounds. And that takes less than 2 minutes and it's free, guys. So, Jackie Grant, your healthy lifestyle advocate, healthy hormone lifestyle advocate, granting you better health and fitness.